guys and girls, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of Botania with myself, Lewis. It'll be brilliant having yourself a great day, as always. Now, there has been an update to Botania. Well, there's actually been quite a few since I started doing this series, and I thought we would check out today a couple of things that have been brought up in the last couple of updates, and then we're going to look at Enchanting with Manor. Now, there's only a few things that I would like to show you firstly, so it shouldn't take too long, but they're actually quite important. Like the potato, when you click it now, look, it has little love hearts. Little love hearts. Look at that little guy. And the other thing that we have now is, I believe, if we do this. Now, a lot of these I haven't actually played with, so yes, bear with me. We're going to make ourselves another petal apothecary. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill it with lava, because I believe now, if we do this, it will turn it into an incinerator. So if you have any rubbish lying around, you can have a fancy incinerator. Instead of having, you know, just some lava here and there, you can actually now use it for incinerating. So I'm going to place it over this way. Let's just try putting it here. I really hope it's not going to set anything alight. Oh my lord, that would suck. Alright, so let's get some lava. Do I have a bouquet of... I do, there you are. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop this in here. There we go. And... oh, I'm really wary of this catching the light now. Oh my god. Okay, so I can click on this and will it incinerate stuff? No, if I throw stuff in it, it incinerates it. Yeah, see? It's alright, isn't it? I like that. I'm still very wary of it, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be alright. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so the next thing that I would like to show you is a way of crafting on the go. So we now have portable crafting in Botania, and to do this we're going to need to make ourselves something very cool. And I believe it's on the last page. Here it is, an assembly halo. So we're going to need 3 mana steel and a mana pearl. So let's have a look in here. So 1, 2, 3 and a mana pearl. And we're also going to need a crafting table. So let's grab ourselves some wood from inside here. Actually, I think all my wood's over this way because I used a lot of it to turn into this wood. Let's have a look. Yes, here we go. Alright, so 1 crafting table. And let's make this guy. Here we go. So when I hold this out, I should get a ring around me. Yeah, here we go. And I have a crafting table, so I can go into this and I can craft. So that's only the first part of this, though, because the cool thing with this is it can remember recipes, and you can set remembered recipes so that you can instantly craft. So if I wanted to, let's look at something cool. Let's go with some wheat. Should we do wheat? Yes, do wheat and cookies. Cookies! We would auto-craft cookies, because that's how cool we are. So let's go into here, and we'll grab the recipe for cookies, and we'll make a cookie. There we go. And now it's remembered what we've just crafted, so I can right-click on one of these panes, and I can set it to cookies, like that. See? Pretty cool, right? And now, I believe, is that as we have this up, I can click, and it will make cookies for me. There we go. See? Look. How cool is that? Making the cookies. Oh yeah. So you can go around, you can set loads of different recipes on here, and they'll be remembered, and then you'll be able to do that. Plus, you know, you've always got a portable crafting table here now as well to be able to use. So that's really handy. I'm going to keep that in there. So if I need to craft anything on the go, I've got my crafting halo, which is very cool. So between this and the last episode, I've been working on getting some Terra Steel together, so we can have a play with that over the next few episodes. I've also made myself a Terra Steel helmet, just to show you the additional health. So you can see at the minute down in the bottom left, I have an additional 2 hearts. And that's because every piece of Terra Steel, dependent on the piece, adds additional hearts that you can have. So this adds plus 4 max health. And remember, health is, each heart is 2 health basically. So, you know, you can have half a health. That's pretty much how it works. So for the full 10 hearts, we would have 20 health, and that's pretty much the way it goes there. So once we have a full set on here, we should have an additional row of hearts. So we'll have basically double the life, which is pretty cool. Well, that also reminds me, with the newer versions, a lot of the baubles that you have now, except for the rings, because I have these guys now as well, so they increase mana much faster and hold more mana. The necklaces, capes, because we now have the Cloak of Sin and Virtue. I'll show these probably in a later episode. All of those will now render on the character. So my Sojourner's Sash, you might be able to see, if I go into F5 and I take off my chest piece, there we go, look, can you see my funky little belt right there? Isn't that cool? Let's take this off. There we go. No belt. And then when I add my belt, belt. Nice. Cool, cool. Alright, so let's look into enchanting with mana. Now, before we do this, we're going to need to get ourselves a book, because we're going to need an enchanted book to start. Let's have a quick sleepies first, though, because there's a bunch of bad guys outside. So, we're going to enchant a book. We're going to hopefully get something good, I hope. You never know. That's the fun of enchanting, isn't it? You never know what you're going to get. So, let's grab a book and make my way upstairs. So to be able to enchant with mana, we need to first have an enchanted book of the type that you'd like to have. So if we go up this way, and I think I have a table set up here that we can use. So yeah, you're going to need your books already made. So that's the first step. So hopefully we're going to get something good. Now I have got inside here some terra steel, just in case it gives us something like an armor, like it's something that would be good on a piece of armor or something like that. So I'm ready for that. So go for level 30, and it's gave me power 3. Brilliant. Okay, so this is something that we can probably put onto a decent bow, I would say. So if we make ourselves a bow and we add power 3 to it, that's going to be fairly cool, I must admit. So let's make our way downstairs. I'm going to make a bow, and we shall enchant this as a very cool bow. Yes, very nice. Okay, so I've made myself a bow. I've also got some obsidian because we're going to need this, and some lapis as well as some mana pylons. Now these are our first set of pylons. Now there are 3 different types of pylons in Botania, and the first ones you're going to make are going to be the mana pylons. Mana pylons, there's nature pylons, or natura pylons, and Gaia pylons, which are kind of the latest ones of the pylons. Now mana pylons are made with some mana steel, some mana diamonds, and some gold. So you don't need anything stupidly advanced to be able to make these. Now, inside the book, it gives us a good diagram on how to do this. So, with the Enchanting with Mana section, there is a lot of information with how to do all of this, but it does give you a pretty good demonstration on how to do this. So, the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to set out an obsidian area just like this. So, let me grab myself my shovel, and I think we're going to make this kind of around here. Yeah, around here would be a good place to do it. So let's go like this. And we're going to need to get rid of you as well. Here we go. So, let's have a look. So we need a cross, and then we need the edges to meet up. So let's have a cross like that. And then like that. And, oh, I think I might have messed it up. 3 across from each cross. Okay. Oh no, I didn't mess it up. Good stuff. So you, and you, and you, and you. That should do it. Let's double check. Yeah. Looks good to me. Although I think these edges need to be dirt, so that would be dirt, that would be dirt, that would be dirt. Is that right? Yeah, that looks good. Alright, so let's put down our obsidian. So we're going to need obsidian going like this. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to need to place down the mana pylons. I've laid out where they need to go, but if you look inside here, it does give you an easy demonstration on how to do that. The easiest way I remember to do it is just to go 2 out on either side, and then go 3 and 1, and 3 and 1, and just do that. Remember, it's on 2 sides, not the whole thing, so that's probably one way to do it. So now we've got those, we're going to place these on here. We need to make sure they're just above the ground, because we are going to be placing something underneath these. So we'll have one there, and one there, and we can get rid of you. Cool, cool. And now we need to place some flowers underneath these, so let's go get ourselves some funky flowers. Let's go with... which one should we have? I kind of like using the white ones. Like, they look quite cool, don't they? We'll go with white ones. So we're going to place one of these underneath each one of the pylons. So I have one there, one there, and such for all the pylons. There we go. And that's explained in the next section. So put flowers under the pylons and in the center. So we need to put some in the center as well. So let's have one there, one there, one there, and there. And now I believe we can put our lapis in the middle, and we'll be able to click it with our wand of the forest, and it will turn into the enchanter. So let's do that. Bam. How cool is that? Alright, so we've got our enchanter ready. Now, like most things in Botania, it does require some mana. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this via spark again, because I do like using the sparks. It's nicer than having mana pools all over the place. So if we place a spark on top of here, and then we had our mana pool a little bit further out. So let's grab one of these. And we had our mana pool, say, over this way a little bit. So kind of around here, I think it's a good place to have it. And then we'll put you on top like that. Okay. Now, obviously, we're going to need to give it some mana, so that's going to be one thing. And I'm a little bit dry on the old manas at the minute, because I've been using a lot of it for making the Terra Steel, but I think I should have enough around. Now, depending on the enchant that you choose, will kind of... it will tell you how much mana that you need to be able to do it. So, higher the enchant, the more mana that you're going to need to be able to do it. So, that is definitely going to be a thing. So, let's go and grab a load inside my mana tablet. And I think I have a fair bit over it, because I've been feeding these loads of coal. Actually, no, I've been doing loads of lava stuff, haven't I? That reminds me, the hydrangeas have been changed a slight bit now. They're a little bit more reactive at picking up water blocks. So you can see they're a little bit faster at the minute. I guess you could kind of call that a buff, because they're going to be making mana a little bit faster, but do not quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're a little bit faster now, which, you know, if they're faster, they're better. So let's get some mana out of here. So we're going to grab your and throw your inside there. And then we'll use this to power our enchanter. Now, if you've never used the mana enchanter before, you're about to be amazed, because it does look absolutely awesome. So we'll grab all of you, and I guess we'll do the same with this one. And we'll go over and fill the other mana pool up. And I think this is going to be enough. There we go. Alright, so we're almost going to give it like a full tablet's worth. So, yeah, this should be good. It's accepting mana, so we'll throw you on there. Let all that go into there. So we've got our book of power 3, and we've got our bow. Okay. I would have preferred to have something to do with my sword, but hey, that's fine. Alright, so how are we looking? Almost all in there. And I think what we're going to do in the next episode is we're going to go ahead, I'm going to finish up my dam, because I've been working on a good way of doing this over the last few episodes. I wasn't too sure if I was actually going to drop the idea behind it. But it seems like I've figured it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So we should be able to do that in the next episode. So there we go, we got a decent amount of mana in there. These will be linked together, which is kind of cool, so we're pretty much set. So now what we do is we go ahead and we place the item onto this guy, so you can see it's in there now, and we'll throw the book down next to the mana enchanter, and we'll give it a slap with our wand of the forest. And what you'll find is when you get a little ring around it, you can go ahead and you can go pick your book up. There we go, so now we can pick our book up, like that. And bam. How cool is that? Done. Nice. And we got to keep our enchanted book. Yes, you get to keep your enchanted book when you enchant with Botania. How cool is that? So you can go ahead and you can do your enchanting, and once you have your book of choice, say you have a Silk Touch book, you can always keep that Silk Touch book. You don't have to use it up. So how funky is that? And we barely used up any mana just then. I'm actually quite surprised with the small amount of mana that we just used. So yeah, what do you think, guys? I love it. I think it's such a good way of enchanting, and such a kind of, you know, you have to spend the mana to be able to do it, but keeping the book, now that is that's awesome. If you get yourself some really good books, like some Power 5s and things, and hell, I don't know, you could even have some Luck of the Sea. There are many different enchants, but they're all awesome, and they will all be able to be put onto your items, but keep the book at the same time. So, yeah. And it just looks cool, doesn't it? You can't admit it does look pretty funky, doesn't it? Let's go see if we can get one more enchant out of here. I haven't really got much experience at the minute, because I've been using a load of it for turning into mana, but we could try and maybe get one more out of it. I got 3 levels. I think that's enough. Let's have a look, see what we can get our hands on. Oh man, I always get lost in this place. Where is it? There it is. So we'll see what we get with this one. Oh, maybe we don't have enough. Oh, that sucks. I would have liked to do it one last time, but I don't think no, luck's not with us today. Wow. Cool beans. Alright guys, well that's going to be that for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've had a look at Enchanting with Manor and some of the new items in the newest versions of Botania, which is pretty cool. Especially the crafting halo, which is brilliant, so we can craft on the go and we can save certain recipes. So obviously if I wanted to go ahead and craft myself some more cookies, I should be able to go ahead and do that. Yep, there we go. Do I want more cookies? I think I need more cookies. Oh yeah, 64 cookies. Nice. Cool beans. And the most important thing of the update, don't forget the little potato now has little hearts. Isn't that cute? Sweet. Alright guys, I'll see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always. And goodbye.